one of our goals is to increase the graduation rate significantly over the next number of years. And last year to this year, the enrollment numbers basically helped basically increased because we had better retention rates.
Right.
And the retention rates will help us with one of our goals on the campuses, again, is to try to increase the graduation rate. We are on track to try to improve graduation rate over the next 3 to 4 years because we need to make sure that we're graduating more of our students that come to Bowie State University.
Right. That's fair. Now, the other thing, just expound on how important it is. You know, with the economic situation like it is today, a lot of students, you know, they're really concerned. I remember when I was going to school, $5,000 was a whole lot of money for a semester, you know, when I was in college. Now it's $40,000 almost. The rate is just, I mean, out of sight. The way that young people can get in college now is through working with junior colleges.
Okay.
And just like Bowie State University works with Prince George's Community College.
Right.
Tell us how important that is. You know, with the economic situation, youngsters can't afford that the route of going through a junior college to Bowie State, you know, 4-year college,
right,
is an economic way to get an education.
Well, one of the things we look at Bowie as we build our numbers each year is the number of transfer students. And we have a very strong articulation agreement with all the community colleges in the state, in particular with Prince George's Community College. Because of the economic crisis, you know, there are higher numbers of students that are attending the community college, and in particular probably Prince George's Community College. One thing that we want to do is to make sure that when students are looking at Bowie State University, they're looking at Bowie State University as real good value. Part of that value may mean that they need to hold off a couple of years before they try to enroll at Bowie so they can get some of their math, some of their English, and some other things out of the way, or the convenience of going to Prince George's Community College. But we also, as we are looking at recruiting more students, we also want to make sure that folks that choose to have a 4-year experience at Bowie State University, that again, we have a real good value. We try to make sure that we keep our fees at a rate that students are able to address, but also for us to be able to continue to grow as a university. So we have a strong articulation agreement with the community college. We do get a lot of students from Prince George's Community College. A lot of our students come from Prince George's County. So that certainly in these days is a good option for students to either look at their 4-year experience at Bowie, to start planning as an 8th grader, start planning financially how to get ready for school, but also if Prince George's Community College offers the things that they need, that they know that once they finish the 2 years there and they get their associate degrees there, that we're ready and willing with open arms to accept them at Bowie State University, because they're going to get a good experience, whether or not they're at Bowie State University for 2 years, 4 years, or 5 years.
Right. Well, the other thing now, you know, the way we get back to this economic thing, because it's, you know, it's difficult, you know, for students. I will start first with obtaining some kind of employment during their time at the university and after, because I've had a student, graduated from Bowie State, right here, interviewed, and he was explaining the problems that, although he had his degree and everything, the problem, I think he was 2 years, and he was bumping around from, you know, he really couldn't find, as far as placement in his field. He was working. Now, how do your university work with that type of thing?
Well, one of the things I think that Bowie State University, as most institutions of higher education, we prepare students to be able to take on multiple roles once they graduate. One of the things that we try to do is to make sure that that they're certified bright enough or intelligent enough to be able to not just go out and just do one thing. We hope that, you know, from some of the skills and experiences that they learn from internships, co-ops, that they become flexible and they're able to sell themselves once they get into the job market. Sometimes the career that might be hot today may not be hot 4 years from now.
Sure.
So we try to get them to be able to think critically, to have leadership abilities, and that way they'll be able to hopefully transfer some of their skills. But I think you know, the job market, of course, is real tight right now. I think one of the things that Bowie will continue to do is to help be part of the workforce engine here in Prince George's County by providing more nursing, more nurses, more teachers, more students that are skilled in computer sciences. Because
well,
those are some of our strong areas.
Humongous, I call it the castle, computer science building there on the campus. It's just marvelous. I haven't seen a computer science building that large on the University of Maryland. None of the schools around here. It is a monster. Well, that's what I call it. You know, Dr. Burnham, I was telling him, and I had an opportunity to tour. Okay. And the
supercomputer?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's supercomputer. I said, wait, this is way out of my line. So I just wondered. Now, what kind of contacts have you developed for students after or before graduation of employment?
Well, one of the things our career services does, we start with, we start on the campus. The director of our career services, Ms. Dell O'Neill, she works with and has a group of department heads that are part of a consortium on the campus to try to make sure that if she hears about internships or co-ops, that she gets information to the departments, you know, to the department heads. And in the same sense, the department heads also get information to her. That way we create a very big bank of opportunities for the students. So when the students come in either to their department head or to the career services area, they kind of describe what type of internship they're looking for. So we're creating just a clearinghouse, basically, of opportunities for the students. Once those pieces happen on the campus, you know, students get out, they do a good job, people call back in, just like your producer here said, you know, the students that have come down here that have internships.
Just like Bally's.
Right, and Bally's.
That's an excellent example.
And we get compliments from a lot of our employees that say, oh, we had a Bowie student and we want Bowie students more. I mean, we send Bowie students down to Annapolis to, you know, to intern with some of the delegates and some of the representatives. So it's basically the students that are prepared, that go out, that do a good job, that spread the word about Bowie State University, spread the word about how well prepared our students are, how well mannered our students are, and then the contacts will come naturally. I mean, we have one of our career services consultants, Miss Dorothy Wigglesworth, she visits all the sites that we have of internships to make sure, as you had indicated earlier, that we need to make sure that when we send students out for internships, they're really getting an educational experience. They're not out to, you know, serve coffee, they're not out to do this, but they're really getting something that matches up with the academic experience that they have on the campus. So in the classroom, out of the classroom, we want to make sure that they get an outstanding experience. And that's what we expect, you know, from our Bowie students.
Oh, okay. What about the chamber? What kind of contact do you have with they have the Chamber of Commerce, you know, whereas, you know, that is the meat of the business world.
Right. We have students that have worked with the Chamber of Commerce, and there have been 2 or 3 students over the last couple of years that work closely with them. In fact, one young man, his first name is Sameh. He was our treasurer for our Student Government Association last year. So he's been making contacts and doing an internship. He's done, I think, 2 internships with the Chamber.
Great.
And again,